First, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT22 News at 6 with John Paul and Juliana Ferrari.
In the news here at 6 o'clock, many players and coaches from New Prairie are talking publicly for the first time with WSBT22 about last month's devastating crash.
WSBT22 was the only local TV station inside that courtroom as a suspect and victims waited for a judge's decision. That decision connected to a bus crash that shook the New Prairie community.
Here's what we know tonight. 41-year-old Sean Atkinson is charged with criminal recklessness, accused of crashing a box truck into two minibuses carrying the New Prairie JV baseball team. 2 weeks ago, Atkinson asked the judge to reduce his bond during his initial hearing. WSBT22 Cicely Porter was in the courtroom for the judge's decision.
Atkinson asking for a bond reduction, but that request denied. Members of the New Prairie baseball team tell me they're relieved, saying he needs to be held accountable for what he did.
There's a lot of personal reasons that I wanted to be here today. I wanted to make sure that he wasn't going anywhere, that his bond wasn't reduced, and he is kept accountable for what he did to us.
Just days after the crash on May 8th, Atkinson asked the judge for his $15,000 bond to be lowered by 10%. Judge Julianne Havens delayed the decision until today, when she denied his request. She said her decision comes after reviewing Atkinson's, quote, significant criminal history and traffic violations. 22 Investigates broke the story just days after the crash, finding his pages-long criminal record shows he nearly had 40 traffic-related cases just in the Illinois county where he lives.
Shocking that somebody with a record like that could be put behind the seat of a truck and do something like that to us. I don't know how in the world that man kept a license and was able to be out on the road.
After the judge's decision, Atkinson appeared visibly upset, and he asked to speak. When the judge said no, he walked away from the camera. Coach Dale, along with members of the baseball team, were happy with the decision, saying he needs to be held accountable for what he's put them through.
We live close to that intersection, so we pretty much drive past it almost every single day. Like, we drove past it this morning just to get here, and it's just scary thinking that everything was there, seeing Lucas like on the ground, and it was just scary, and seeing just all the tire marks, they're still there.
Now at 6, new details about the overnight road rage shooting incident in Berrien County. Tonight, we now know one person arrested.
But the Berrien County Sheriff's Office telling us this is still a very active investigation. WSBT22's Raylan Lee digging into just what happened in Bertrand Township, and she's now joining us from the live desk. Raylan, what else do we know?
Yeah, Juliana, this has all started early this morning when police responded just after 3:30 a.m. to JD's truck stop, where they found one person shot.
Early morning road rage incident turned violent this morning. The Berrien County Sheriff's Office says the two vehicles involved were traveling on US 12 in Bertrand Township before the shooting. Police found one victim at JD's truck stop just after 3:30 a.m.
Police say the keys were left in the car, making it easier to steal. Now, earlier this week, we told you police were investigating after thieves stole a car after breaking into a garage. You're seeing that play out here on the screen. For you at 6 o'clock, a show of support for those who served. Over 50 vendors on site at the Berrien County Conference Center for the Stand Out event, offering free resources, including food, clothing, health care enrollment, and mental health assistance, all to help local veterans in need.
As we conclude our Friday, we could see a few showers out there, but most of us are done with the rain, at least for now. Saturday evening features a new opportunity at seeing rain moving in, mainly in the form of showers and a few thunderstorms. Temperatures, though, going to stay in the 70s.
Well, the reigning Class 3A state champions from New Prairie are back in the regional final. The Cougars upset number 5 St. Joe 7-4 after falling to the Huskies in lopsided fashion twice in the regular season. New Prairie now moves on to face Northwood in Saturday's regional final, and the Cougars are leaning heavily into their postseason experience from last year's championship run. But their play is also inspired by last month's bus crash that left several junior varsity players and coaches severely injured. Returning to semi-state would further build their confidence on the journey to another state title.